You know that feeling where like you're doing all the right things right,
Mm-hmm.
you're sleeping enough, you're exercising, but you still hit that wall
Yep.
every day at like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
It's like, what gives?
Right.
Well, we're driving into that today.
Okay.
That surprising connection between food and your energy levels, and how maybe some of the things you're snacking on could be the culprit.
It's really interesting. I think we just really overlook how much what we eat affects our energy on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, it's not just the calories.
Right. It's really the quality of the food we're giving our bodies.
So let's unpack that idea of quality fuel.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that like sticking to unprocessed foods can make a big difference.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So think about it this way. Processed foods, they're convenient.
Right.
But they're often just loaded with preservatives, additives, sodium, trans fat, added sugars. These ingredients might boost the flavor or give it a longer shelf life, but they don't actually give our bodies the nutrients they need.
It's like putting cheap gas in your car.
Exactly.
It's like it'll run,
Yeah.
maybe not as efficiently.
Right. And it's not going to run as long.
Right.
So consistently eating these processed foods can lead to, what we call a nutrient deficit. So your body is missing out on those premium fuels that it really needs to function at its best. Things like vitamins, minerals, antioxidants.
And that's where the fatigue comes in.
Well, that's part of it.
Okay.
There's another kind of sneaky factor here too, and that's inflammation.
Okay.
So those same ingredients in those ultra-processed foods that we're talking about, the excess sugar, the unhealthy fats, additives, these can trigger this low-grade irritation, basically, throughout your body, and it's ongoing.
Wow.
And this chronic inflammation can really disrupt everything. It can disrupt your sleep, your hormone balance.
Oh.
It can really leave you feeling drained even if you've gotten a full night's rest.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I never even realized how much these like hidden ingredients could be affecting my energy levels.
Yeah.
But aren't some of these processed foods like fortified with vitamins and minerals?
Yeah.
Doesn't that help at all?
So some manufacturers, they do add back certain nutrients, you're right.
Okay.
But a lot of times it's not enough to compensate for what was lost during all that processing.
Yeah.
And plus you're still getting, all those inflammatory ingredients as well.
So what's the solution then? Are we like all doomed to just eat, I don't know, salads and green smoothies?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
It's really about making, small swaps,
Okay.
smart swaps, and shifting the balance more towards those whole unprocessed foods.
Okay.
So like instead of grabbing that bag of chips, maybe try a handful of almonds or a piece of fruit.
Yeah.
Swap out those sugary drinks for water or unsweetened tea.
I mean, honestly, I'm feeling a little bit more energized just thinking about it.
What about, are there specific benefits from these whole food groups that you're mentioning?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's where it gets really interesting. So like berries, for example, they're full of these antioxidants, which protect your cells from damage,
Oh, wow.
which in the long run, it can really boost your energy.
Okay.
Then you've got your fiber-rich whole grains.
Mm-hmm.
Those provide that sustained energy release, so you're not going to get those sugar crashes.
Right.
And then your lean proteins.
Yeah.
Those are the building blocks for muscle repair and overall cell function.
That makes a lot of sense. But I gotta be honest, finding the time to cook from scratch with a busy schedule, you know,
Right.
it's tough.
It is. But you don't have to go all or nothing. You can
Okay.
start small.
Okay.
Maybe swap that pre-made breakfast sandwich out for some overnight oats with fresh fruit.
Right.
Or, pack a few carrot sticks and some hummus instead of hitting up the vending machine.
Even small changes can have a big impact.
This has been so eye-opening.
Yeah.
So to recap, being mindful of those processed foods and incorporating more whole, nutrient-rich options can really make a difference in our energy levels.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So here's something to think about.
Okay.
How can you weave those small but powerful changes into your daily routine?
Right.
What simple swaps can you start with today?
That's a great question. We encourage you to experiment with these suggestions and just see the difference for yourself. You might be surprised how much more energy you have just by making a few tweaks to your diet.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Absolutely.